Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. And here we are once again on Empowering Morning Conversations. And today I am speaking with you from a very nice place called Bhopal. And yesterday I had the pleasure of experiencing the wonderful hospitality of Leena ji. So that was a nice evening. And today,
good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. So yesterday we had a very interesting session, and we'll have more speakers like that coming in so that we give you some variety. But remember one thing, the core of the program is the Empowering Morning Conversations. So this is some tadka which we will give you from time to time. Okay. And we can have a vote on it. Do you want more of it, or do you want it once in a week or twice in a week or whatever it is? Okay. So today we have a very interesting couple of topics. One is going to be a little bit about money. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that, but mostly I want to talk to you about scarcity and abundance. Okay. Now, I believe that we all live in a very abundant universe, okay? And I believe that we have very abundant lives. Now, the question is, did we believe that? I believe it now. Okay, I really started believing it in the last maybe 2 to 3 years. So here's the paradox that we all live in, that we have a paradox, we have an abundance of everything, and yet we experience scarcity. All right. So to set the ball rolling, I would invite people to be in the conversation and tell me, where in your life are you experiencing scarcity? So there are many areas of our life, right?
Career choices and love.
Okay, so you're experiencing scarcity in career choices and love. So when you say career choices means I don't have enough career choices?
I don't see anything ahead in my life. Everything is blank. I'm not able to see, will I be able to sustain this life or not?
Okay, so what is it that we are actually seeing? Now let's invite others who might say something about this. Okay, so this is what Priya said, but what does that indicate? What is it that she's experiencing a scarcity of, because of which that she's saying this? I don't know what is lying ahead and so on. Which mode do you think it is coming from? The default mode or the creation mode? Yes, Reddy Garu. Yeah, go ahead, Reddy Garu. You have to unmute, yeah.
Yeah, sir, for me, scarcity of good people to employ.
Okay, that's yours. So interesting one, huh? Here is a lady who has got scarcity of career choices, and you've got scarcity of people to employ. Yeah, but I was, we were getting into a very interesting topic with Priya, and I wanted you guys to say to, whatever she said, what does it tell you? What does she really have a scarcity of? What is it that makes her say that? What is it in her that is making her feel like that? Yes, Neeti.
In my opinion, she is thinking from her default mode where she's not being able to identify new opportunities. North India is filled with educational options. It is the core of education today. So, yeah, so there are a lot of possibilities in that region.
Okay, so you know what I'm seeing, and she can also tell me if I'm right or wrong, that what I'm observing is maybe she has a lack of self-confidence. See, a lot of times, we don't know what choices to make. And why are we not making choices? See, in our default mode, we always want to decide. And one of the things that many people have in the default mode is that they don't believe in themselves. And when you don't believe in yourself, how are you going to believe in the choices that you make? You'll always have this feeling, na mujhse galti na ho jaye. I hope I don't make a mistake. I don't screw up my life. If you don't make a choice, then also you'll screw up your life. But that's how we think. Yes, Reddy Garu.
Sir, I feel Priya is not clear about what she wants exactly in life.
Yeah, exactly. And where do you think that comes from? What is the scarcity that she's having,
Yeah.
that commodity?
Yeah.
What do you think it is? I was saying that maybe she doesn't have the confidence in herself,
Yeah.
you know?
Not only
There
that,
are,
she must know what are her likes and what are her core competencies where she can excel.
now you're telling her what to do. I'm saying, what do you think she's missing? So that first part of your answer was a very good one, that she's missing this, in your opinion.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. See, basically what's missing is that she's not able to make a choice. And what you're saying is she doesn't have the clarity, so how can she make a choice? Anna? That's what you're saying. Very good. So Bhadraji, what were you saying? And then we'll have Sakshi, who's got her hand up. Mr. Bhadra, you want to say something?
Yes.
Yeah. And Kunayan also.
It is not, it will be, I am not able to understand her feeling. But thing is in the Indian context, major young people are suffering, they are in depression. They are doubt on their career, what is going to be happen. Maybe this is economical pandemic like that, but she should be strong enough to fight out the situation.
Let's not tell people what to do right now. Let them first identify.
It's a depression. It is a deep depression.
Well, that's a very technical term, but very nice. And where would that be coming from? See, if by the way, you got yesterday's picture on the screen, Gautamji. So if she's having that sadness or discouragement feeling, actually, a lot of people are feeling discouraged in life. And they call it depression. Okay, they are feeling discouragement. You remember we did a session on discouragement?
Yeah.
So they don't see any hope, they don't see any possibility, all right? And they don't believe that they can impact their lives. There's a scarcity of believing in their own self, all right? See, when every time I ask you what action or what will you add to your life that will allow you to create a future that you desire, have you noticed we all get into a dizzy? What action I should do? Where's that sort of a thinking coming from? Anyway, good. Thank you very much, Bhadraji and Sakshi ji, and then we will have Kunayan ji.
Good morning, everyone. According to me, it could be that Priya doesn't have that go-getter attitude or proactive attitude. Okay, this is what it is and what to do about it. So beside not having complete clarity, this also could be a reason.
Yeah, so my question is to you also, Sakshi ji, that what is the scarcity that she has in her life? What's missing in her life, right? That she's not able to do what you say. What's missing?
Maybe that proactive attitude which she needs to develop. Okay, this is what life has offered me and how do I take it further?
Yeah, so what would be missing in somebody's life that they don't have a proactive attitude?
They will resist, they will not accept the circumstances, they will keep cribbing or keeping certain kind of grudges that this, why me, why this is offered to me, why I have this kind of life, or something like that.
And what do we call this state in our morning sessions?
Non-acceptance or default mode.
Default mode, you understand? So when we get into the default, thank you so much, Sakshi. That was a good observation. So when we get into the default mode, we perceive scarcity, even though we may be having abundance. So we may be having abundance of knowledge, we may be having abundance of skill and talent and everything. I still remember this very good friend of mine. He passed out as a lawyer, though he never worked as one. And he was a super singer, you understand? I mean, he could beat Mohammad Rafi any day. He was so good, you know. And he was struggling to get a job and this and that. And I used to tell him, "Okay, listen, these new talent shows are coming. Why don't you go for that? Arey, who's going to take me here?" Right? So he had a scarcity of self-belief. So he could never make a choice which would have propelled him right into a new direction.
Right.
Okay, so good point. Kunanji, you were saying something?
यस सर, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग। सबसे पहले तो प्रिया जी खुद मिस कर रही हैं, स्क्रीन पे है ही नहीं।
कहीं हैं?
So we are missing her and she is missing her. What I was thinking, sir, that she's missing to live her life in present. Either she is going back in the past or going back in the future. So she's not living the present moment.
That obviously is true, but Kunain Sahab, mera question kuch aur tha na. The question I was asking us, what do you think she is, where is she experiencing scarcity in life that she is like this?
That I don't know, sir, but
Well, let's make a guess, no? Because I'll tell you what, I'm a very mischievous fellow. I'm asking this question because when you start telling others, you might realize where you are experiencing scarcity in your own life. There's no better way to learn than other than, tell others. So basic question for everybody is, where are you experiencing? Life has got so many areas. Remember, when I started asking questions about that, nobody wanted to answer it. So can you look for a moment and see where in your life are you experiencing scarcity? Now, by and large, you ask anyone, they'll say, oh, money. Right? Some people will say I am experiencing scarcity of love and respect. Where in your life are you experiencing? Now tell me something. If our point of view is that there is scarcity, what do you think you're going to attract into your life?
scarcity.
Interesting, right? So let's switch the question so that we get into the EMC mode. Okay. I want you to share with us, where are you enjoying abundance in your life? Can you get in touch with that and get to feel the abundance in your life? I'll tell you something. If you start, acknowledging that, saying actually, hey, I've got abundance in this area of my life, and then actually feeling the feeling you get when you have that abundance, you are going to attract humongous amount of abundance into your life. Hasina ji, please go ahead.
Sir, I find abundance, love for my grandchildren and my daughter-in-law, especially my
Right.
grandchildren. Abundance is not the word.
Okay, so for that you have, okay, very good.
Yes.
How about looking at other areas too? So this is an invitation to everybody. So why don't you do one thing? All right. Close your eyes, everyone. And relax. And as you sit with your eyes closed and in the relaxation mode, put your attention on the different areas of your life. So whatever areas of your life that come to mind, please put your attention over there. Very quickly, put your attention on different areas of your life and tell me, are you experiencing abundance there? Abundance of health, having a job or having a business, where all abundance of love, abundance of well-wishers in your life. What are those areas? And throw some light on it. Okay, so as you sit there experiencing yourself in your body, let's start with experiencing the abundance and the wealth that you have. So what we are doing is sitting here experiencing ourselves in our body and getting in touch with this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful body. I want you to acknowledge each part, like your toes and your feet and your ankles and your lower legs and your knees and your thighs. Each and every organ so dedicated to serving you. What a wonderful vehicle God has provided you. It works so well for you, always. Let's acknowledge it and appreciate it and each and every parts of it. Each and every part of it. Yeah, so we know our body, all right. We know that the body is there. Why not apply some gratitude to these body parts that are serving us so well? Now, I want you to experience yourself as this miraculous and unique human being and personality that you are, with a very, very unique life story, with a very, very unique life experience that you have a pleasure to experience. Allow yourself to experience all those people, abundance of people who came and contributed to you, whether they were being nice to you or not, they did contribute to you. So experience the abundance of that contribution that so many people made in your life, including those who are still alive, your parents. And the massive abundance of love that people have for you. Sometimes they don't know how to show it, and we don't allow it to come in also because we are afraid of experiencing it. Put your attention on the material things that you have, so many of them, and you enjoy those, like your car, your beautiful house, and the ACs and the refrigerators and everything else that you have that serves you so well. Look at the opportunities that come our way, some which we take, some which we shun, some keep seeking opportunities, some have found opportunities and experience the abundance in both cases. And as you sit there in this abundant universe, I want you to ask yourself one question: what is good in my life today? What is good in my life today? What is good in your life today? Breathe in the goodness, the energy of the goodness of your life. Breathe in the abundance in your life. Breathe in the unlimited energy that you have in your life. Allow that energy to permeate through you and into you and fill you up. You know, like the air that we have, we don't breathe that properly, so somebody has to teach us how to do that. But you know what? When you intend, you breathe. Every action that you do starts with your intention, you know. So when you have an intention that let the energy come into me from all sides and all directions, and the energy comes to you, and that is also abundant, among other things. So what's good in my life today? What is extraordinary in my life today? Will I allow all these things that I have in my life today to make me happy? Am I going to allow myself to be very, 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 very happy with all that I already have and feel the happiness? So somebody's gone to sleep and we can hear them snoring because they did not unmute their microphone. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you can now continue to experience the wonderful, wonderful, magnificent life that you already have. Or you can open up your eyes whenever you feel like it and talk to me and tell me, what are you experiencing? What are you realizing? Do you have scarcity in your life or do you have abundance in your life?
In a lot of areas, I have abundance. I have lot of well wishers. My family is there to support me every time. My friends are there. Today morning, I was thinking I have these two hands and I have this full functional body. What am I doing with it? Nothing, just chuma waiting for something to happen, and I be a victim of it. कि, ऐसा हो गया, वैसा हो गया. So yeah, that is there.
So, no, very rightly, Sagar said we've got both. We've got abundance in most areas, and we've got few areas where there is scarcity. If you really go deep into it, you'll find there are very few areas where you have scarcity. But you know what? All your attention is going to which area? Where there's scarcity. Now, what if? So we've got two people who want to speak. So firstly, Reddy Garu and then Abhinav. And I think even Henry is getting ready to speak after that. Okay, go ahead, Reddy Garu.
Sir, after this exercise, I'm happy that I'm alive today at this moment.
Okay, good. Congratulations. And Abhinav?
Yeah, so what I got present to see when you were doing the exercise on the pehle abundance kya, so I said there's no area of my life there is abundance. हर जगह shortages हैं, हर जगह shortages हैं. And after this exercise, what I'm present to is that what was missing actually in my life was acknowledgement of the abundance that I have. So there's now I can clearly see this abundance of everything around me.
Yeah, and the question to dwell on is, what will happen in my life when I start acknowledging the abundance in my life?
Exactly,
Sakshi has put in
exactly.
the
So
chat box,
acknowledgement was missing.
gratitude of
आपने जो question
gratitude.
पूछा था ना, so what was missing was acknowledgement earlier, yeah.
Exactly. So what will happen now if you start acknowledging it? And remember in your Reiki class, which you attended with me, I told you about just for today, I will live with an attitude of gratitude.
Attitude of gratitude, absolutely.
When we do that, that's when we are acknowledging the abundance in our life. Na?
Yeah. इनफैक्ट आई सुखदीप एक बार आपने ये भी बोला था कि डू द एक्सरसाइज, डू राइट 10 एक्नॉलेजमेंट्स, जब भी यू आर लो, write 10 acknowledgements of yourself. So I have stopped doing that exercise. That exercise used to be very powerful. The moment that 10th, I used to come to the 10th point, I was in, attitude of gratitude. So I've started doing that exercise now.
Wonderful, wonderful. Bhagwan ka shukra karo कि we have not
जी,
stopped brushing our teeth and combing our hair and all that. कुछ आदतें हम
Yes,
छोड़ते नहीं है, है
जी,
ना? कुछ आदतें
जी,
हम
जी,
छोड़ते हैं. Good, congratulations. Yes, Henry, you wish to say something?
Yeah. When we started doing that exercise, the moment we started doing that exercise, I started crying
Oh, okay.
because I started feeling the abundance that I've been having all these years, morning, and acknowledging the supernatural about, the way he has kept me and brought me so far and all the things in life. And it was a kind of a acknowledgement to all that was there that I've had and I have and I continue to enjoy. So it was very gratifying, and that brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah, I understand.
That was a feeling.
Thanks for sharing that, Henry. See, and this is something now which we generally, we do it from time to time. But what happens if, I was just saying to Abhinav, he learned to write down, 10 great things about his life, and then he stopped. So there are many things that we learn. And if we are able to make them into a habit, I've been inculcating this habit of, appreciating and acknowledging what I have. All right. And in little things, like when somebody sends a car to the airport to pick me up, I really deeply appreciate the gesture that they made, And very interesting because the more I'm going into it, the more I'm realizing like he is protecting me and he is taking care of me and he's providing me whatever I need whenever I need it. Right. Even, see, it's interesting. I'm in Bhopal here, and the family who is going to do the program, they are already on a very deep spiritual path, which I realized yesterday. I didn't know to the extent of that path that they are in. So I was in that question that why am I here then? What are they going to get from me? So then it came to me that if he has brought me here, then there is something else which they are supposed to receive. And I have the opportunity of, providing whatever it is that they might still require to receive. So even the appreciation that I'm in the right place at the right time, sometimes I may not know that, right? For example, Priya may not know that she's there in that place, God-forsaken place, teaching students because she's required to be there.
Right.
She's one of the soldiers in his army who's there to do her job there. And when that job is over, he'll take her to a new assignment.
Right.
Right. So the career path will get defined anyway.
Right.
If you look at, if you look at the journey that we've all had, if we had been cribbing and complaining about what we got, I doubt if we would have moved forward so much, right?
Absolutely.
But we took everything, every little thing that came our way, we did it with devotion and love.
Exactly.
And it naturally took us. Why? Because we were supposed to do that role. We were chosen for it.
Yes.
We may like to think I chose it. We may like to think that so-and-so gave me the chance, all these things. Yeah, but actually he only has instruments who's serving him.
Correct.
And, taking you to the right place at the right time.
Correct.
And most of us, we waste our time resisting and cribbing and complaining about what we are doing,
Absolutely.
even though we are meant to do that. I remember a long time back, when I was doing the EST programs, and Werner had come to India and I was attending one of his programs. It was
Ah.
on my birthday, 13th of January. And
Ah.
he says, if God came and told you that
Ah.
what you are doing is what you're supposed to do in your life, would you be happy doing it? So he says,
Ah.
damn it, what you're doing in your life is what God told you to do. So be happy. So that made a lot of sense to me.
That
So that is a formula that I have been using. If I can keep appreciating and being grateful for what I have, I'll have more of that.
yeah.
And if I fret and fume and
True.
complain and crib about what I don't have, I'll have more of that. So we all have to look at, all you have to
Yeah.
do is look and see what you're resisting in your life and realize that you are the one who's not allowing it to happen, what needs to happen.
Right. Right.
So thank you so much for your sharing, Henry. Okay, anybody else?
Just
Yeah.
one last thing I wanted to share is Ranjan gave me a book a long time back called The Road Less Traveled. You also by Scott Peck.
Yeah.
And there's a chapter in that called Grace. And I remember that when you said we should be thankful that we could brush our teeth and comb our hair.
Yeah, because that's a habit we retained. No?
Yeah, and not just a habit. You need grace to do that, to move your finger. If you don't have grace, you can't move a finger. Or you'll have to tell your brain to say, okay, hand, move this finger.
Yeah, true. True.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
True. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So what do you wish to attract into your life? Very simple formula. If you want to attract money into your life, imagine that you already have it and experience the pleasure that you would have when you had it. So everybody says, oh, when I have it, I'll be very happy. I'll be excited. Okay. So imagine that you have it and be very happy and excited. Who stops you from doing that? And those vibrations, I've been listening to this series of talks called Energy Shopping. This is one of our Access talks. Very interesting. They say shop for the energies that you're seeking by being the energies that you're seeking. And the biggest enemy that we have is this fellow sitting over here, who doesn't allow us to experience things. We only, what do? Right and wrong, good and bad, agree, disagree. And we are analyzing and paralyzing and not getting. And, if all this great logic of ours of judging and comparing and this and that, if it was successful, you would have had everything that you want. But there are people who will not give it up. So when somebody is talking, instead of gracefully accepting what is being said, we are more busy trying to see whether we agree with it or not. Whether we know it already or not. So many things. Yes, Sakshi ji. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. You had your hand raised. I'm talking to you, Sakshi.
Sir, I feel or I have experienced that everything, whatever comes into my life, comes with a lot of struggle. So except for few things, nothing comes easily. I don't know, it comes. So I'm very grateful about it, that whatever I aspire, whatever I wish comes to me eventually. But I would have loved it if it would have come, very gracefully, easily, without lot of struggle, with ease, joy and glory. So maybe it is that I've developed over a period of time that attitude that nothing will come easily. I have to work very hard
Yeah,
and
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of
I used to have that
So
also.
it
See,
could be
ભાગ્યે તે તો મારી
take
રસ્તા કાઢું છું શું કરું
all my life I believe that, huh, what you're saying.
yeah, even I
And whenever
right
I
from the
got things
childhood.
easily, no, I used to say, मैंने क्या किया ये मुझे क्यों मिल गया है? I have not done anything, and I wasn't
Yeah,
feeling happy.
yeah,
And you know where
yeah.
it came from? जीवन एक संघर्ष है. Things don't come easily in life. बेटा तुमको पता है how much effort your daddy has to put so he can buy you these bloody pants that you're asking for?
Exactly, right from childhood. Like, we have been
Exactly.
made to feel that way. That
Yeah,
value
my
system
late
is
wife, no,
developed
she told me once she asked 1 rupee to buy a samosa, and she got such a big firing from her dad. He was quite a well-to-do guy. तुमको पता है 1 रुपया कमाने में कितनी मेहनत लगती है? And she said after that she stopped. She used to feel guilty every time she spent money, you know that. So what kind of vibrations do you think we are carrying around, Sakshi ji? So all that we have to do is flip this switch here, Now it is not so instant and not so easy. We know that. Now you are also one of those people like me, we go one program, another program. I've done, I don't know how many programs. So finally, in the year 2019, I found the program and I was resisting it like mad. मैंने कहा इतना कर लिया, इतने पैसे खर्चे, अभी और पैसे खर्चोगे. That fellow was a very persistent guy, I really take my hat off to him. कि मेरे को उसने convince किया कि तुम आओ और ये करो. And I'm really happy because if I had not done that, I wouldn't be doing this talking to you today. The kind of doors of abundance that opened up to my life in my life. I used to always look at it and say, ठीक है, everybody says you'll have miracle, ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा, होता कुछ नहीं है. Right? Which is nonsense, because every time I've done these programs, my life has been blasted. In 82, if I had not done that program, so many doors that opened to me, they would have never opened. But from time to time, we forget that, na? Because हमारी bloody programming क्या है? हाय पैसा, पैसा नहीं है तो इज्जत नहीं है. Very interesting that we've gone to that topic because I wanted to tell you that the topic for the next 2 months in the Good to Great program is about a very, very powerful program from Access. It's called the Money Workbook. Okay. So that program will allow you to open up doors to, humongous amounts of money flowing into your life if you are interested in it. So that's one program. If you are interested, all of you can find out details. We'll let you know. There's a second program starting from our friend Rama. See, interesting thing is when you get the money, first you should get it, right? Once you got the money, you should know what to do with it. Because if you don't know what to do with it, you lose it. Okay. So he's got this wonderful program about investing and how to handle money properly and all that. So there are 2 programs. You can do both or you can do one. That choice is yours. But we can certainly get rid of this money scarcity that we might be experiencing in our life. Okay. How much of this deprogramming we'll have to do, Money is the root of all evil, my mom used to say. पैसे वाले लोग ना सीधी तरह से पैसे नहीं बना सकते, क्रूक होगा. And we see so many honest people also earning a lot of money and providing employments to people also. All right, boys and girls, thank you very much. साक्षी जी, संघर्ष के दिन क्या वो कौन से सुख भरे दिन आने वाले हैं, kind of, right? बहुत हो गया संघर्ष, अब मौजा ही मौजा होने वाले हैं. How do you like that? Moja hi moja. Sham Savere, Moja hi Moja. All right, Kuldeep ji, how about a share from you?
Sir, we have talked about abundance, gratitude and grace. तो उसके ऊपर एक शेर आपको पेश करता हूँ कि किस्मत पे नाज है तो वजह तेरी रहमत। किस्मत पे नाज है तो वजह तेरी रहमत, और खुशियां जो पास हैं वजह तेरी रहमत।
वाह, वाह।
मैं तेरी बंदगी की तलब कैसे न करूं, मैं तेरी बंदगी की तलब कैसे न करूं, चलती जो सांस है वजह तेरी रहमत।
वाह, फैंटास्टिक, फैंटास्टिक। अब कुनैन साहब कैसे पीछे रह सकते हैं?
वेरी नाइस शेयर। मैं जो अर्ज करना चाहूंगा कि सफर जिंदगी का बहुत ही हसीन है। सफर जिंदगी का बहुत हसीन है, सबको किसी ना किसी की तलाश है। सफर जिंदगी का बहुत ही हसीन है, सबको किसी ना किसी की तलाश है। किसी के पास मंजिल है तो राह नहीं,
वाह,
किसी के पास मंजिल है तो राह नहीं, किसी के पास राह है तो मंजिल ही नहीं।
किसी के पास राह है तो मंजिल ही नहीं।
किसी के पास मंजिल है तो राह ही नहीं।
Good.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm closing the session for today, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for another wonderful session of empowering morning conversations.
So,
So
1
have a
minute.
blessed day. Have a great day. Have fun. Enjoy yourself.
Sir,
Enjoy.
sir, can I say something?
Yes.
My mic was on and you said, who is snoring? It was my mic and I was not snoring. I was deep breathing.
So you made everybody laugh, huh? Thank you very much for that. That's a great contribution. See you then. Bye-bye. Tomorrow morning, another wonderful day we'll have.
Stay safe, stay blessed. All